David's Chief Marketing Officer at Deloitte in Australia. What's happening in the world right now that is affecting the way you communicate the Deloitte brand?
Well, Nick, we are obviously harnessing and leveraging social media platforms, new technologies adroitly. We increasingly try and engage 4,400 people around Australia and, in fact, 150,000 people worldwide in the shaping and the delivery of our brand. So actually developing and delivering brand content and also projecting that, the brand aspiration and brand values through the delivery of our product, which is in effect our people in professional services. That's really the way our world is going. Brand used to be seen as a sort of a creative appendage to the real business of selling or delivering work for professional services. It's now seen as a core strategic imperative of the business.
And yesteryear it was a very controlled environment. Now with the internet and digital, it can be an uncontrolled environment. And you've got tools that allow things to happen that's beyond your control. How's that affected your thinking?
The more we can get people engaged with and excited about the brand, and that inevitably means a degree of chaos and of anarchy, which is sort of averse, I suppose, to what you'd suppose a risk-averse profession like accounting or consulting should be. But the more we can get them really G'd up in that process, the more successful it is. So, we try to oscillate between a sort of a culture of participation, which is, all bets are off. Open the channels for creation and brainstorming virtually and in reality about how the brand can be delivered. And then we have to obviously switch back to an almost machine-like delivery where discipline is called for. So it's an interesting sort of mix, and I think one of the speakers at the iMedia Summit is going to be addressing just that on directional intensity, and that's one of those that I'm particularly interested in hearing.
Look, I mean, the program that's on the summit is looking at a lot of these sort of new areas that are very innovational, but some of the suppliers are showing that there is a way to measure these channels and look at its effectiveness. Your role on the advisory committee, what's that entailed over the last year?
Really, trying to add what I can to the thinking of the iMedia Summit in focusing on the key issues that are challenging marketers today, and they wide-ranging. They can be very prosaic, and how do I do more with less? The perennial. We're all victims of our own success in marketing. The more effective we get, the more demand we generate, and the tougher it is to deliver to expectations. But increasingly, there are a lot of new, interesting, high-level, longer-range innovations that are impacting the way we think in marketing, such as how do we leverage social media technology effectively to deliver the brand, as I've just mentioned. How do we get the right media mix? The traditional models of online, offline are evolving on a daily basis, and it's very difficult to measure the effect of each of those. And ultimately, how are you getting tangible value for your marketing mix?
It is such a fast-paced world now, and there's some speakers that are coming back that were the same from last year, as well as a whole range of new ones, and it's going to be interesting to see what information and research they show to show what's changed over the last year. So, if you were a marketer at a large corporate and were asked to come and spend 3 days away from the office at the summit, why should they do that?
Why would I do that? Obviously the connections. Everyone can do with a bigger, broader network. They say that the Australian marketing community is a pretty small one. Well, I beg to differ. It's always being refreshed by and regenerated by new ideas internationally, people coming and going through agencies and through the client side. So I sort of see it as an opportunity to recharge my batteries, infuse my thinking with a bunch of new ideas, reinvigorate my marketing mojo, as well as build on the network that I've already got.
Well, thank you for your time today, and look forward to seeing you at the summit.
Looking forward to it, Nick.